Hey there, and welcome back to whatever I decide to call this series in Lorwyn Standard. Today I decided to build another Mirrorform deck. This is my second Mirrorform deck, obviously. The first one didn't go so great. My thought behind both of these decks is that I think Control is probably a better shell for Mirrorform than trying to do something weird and janky, where you're trying to copy the coolest thing that you put down yourself. I would rather Mirrorform something on their board. I think that's going to do you a lot more good most of the time. So we're going to put that to the test again. So here's the deck. Obviously our main card is Mirrorform. Each non-land permanent you control becomes a copy of a non-aura permanent. We are usually using that to finish the game, copying some of the opponent's stuff, or sometimes even copying some of our stuff, like our Overlord the Mistmoors, which is probably our best target for it. So this deck has more of a focus on the token side. It's very similar to some of the mono white token decks that you see sometimes in Standard, but I splashed in blue for Mirrorform. Could probably also add a few counters if we wanted to, but for mine, I just kept it pretty much the same as the mono white token decks. So as far as tokens go, like your most important card is definitely the Caretaker's Talent. Lets you draw cards off of creating tokens and eventually buff them up. As well as Enduring Innocence, which also lets you draw cards once a turn. So ideally you're making tokens on your turn, you're making tokens on their turn for both of these, so you can draw cards. And a great enabler for that is a Carrot Cake, which allows you to make rabbits, and then you can sacrifice it to scry. We've also got a Johnny as a token generator. He can make tokens or deal damage to tap creatures. Beza, a great come from behind creature. This is really good into those mono red aggro decks or burn decks to let you gain some life and catch back up in a lot of different ways. We also have Elspeth Stormslayer as a good top end. This doubles the amount of tokens we create and can create tokens itself, or buff tokens, or remove creatures of mana value 3 or greater. So the Ouroboros, a lot of the scary stuff in the format. And our last token generator on aside from lands is the Overlord. Allows us to create 2 white insect creature tokens with flying, and then you can append it for 4 mana, so you can put it down in turn 4. Great flying blockers. This has helped a lot with different flying decks. And then as far as the removal goes, we've got 2 Seam Rips for those early removals that we need. 4 Get Lost, very good removal spell for all different types of stuff. Rest in Peace is our Graveyard Hate. We have one of in the main deck just because, sometimes we run into graveyard decks and we need to draw this to be able to win game 1. We got one of Aang's Iceberg. It lets us get rid of one thing, whatever it is really, except for lands. It's a good catch-all, but a little too expensive for a lot of the early game threats currently. And we've got 4 different board wipes. We've got 2 copies of Day of Judgment for the quick board wipe, which we sometimes need, and then 2 Ultimas, which sometimes help out with some of the death triggers. Really good into stuff with landfall, because you can actually destroy their lands if there are creatures, because they get sent and they don't get to get their triggers because the turn ends. So yeah. And then the mana base, we've got all planes for the basics, no islands. We've got, for blue mana, we've got Flood Farm, Urge, Pallid Fountain, 2 copies of Restless Anchorage. These are also a great copy target for Mirrorform, because you can target lands with the spell. We've also got Demolition Fields for removing lands. Comes up a lot more than you'd think. There's a lot of creature lands that we want to get rid of. We want to get rid of other Fountain Ports, stuff like that. And then Fountain Port, of course, is our way to create tokens in the late game as a land. We got 1 copy of Sunken Citadel, which lets us activate Fountain Port, Demo Field, or Restless Anchorage for 1 less land. And yeah, sideboard, we've got a few things for aggro, Authority of the Consuls to slow down the haste. We've got Seam Rip to get rid of early removal stuff. We've got Rest in Peace for Graveyard Hate. We've got Cease and Desist. Mostly for the desist side, this is for artifact decks, as well as enchantment decks that we might need to wipe the board of. We mostly will put these in when we need to wipe out enchantments. So very good into stuff like Lessons and things like that. We've got Split Up for more aggro to get rid of the board more quickly. A couple of copies of the higher end board wipes as well. And then one of my favorite cards I put in the sideboard here is Dawn's Truce. It often catches opponents off guard, having something to give your stuff hexproof, give you hexproof, and then maybe indestructible if you want to give them a card. So yeah, that's the deck. Let's go see how it plays. Oh, I forgot to look for little guys. Oh god, you're right. My bad. After this game, we'll do that. I got too excited. Alright, let's say no to Llanowar. But yeah, my bad, I got too excited. Hopefully, maybe that's their only mana. Nope, that is not the case. Well, I guess Badgermole Cub? No, okay. Whimsical. Ooh, a proper ramp deck? Do my eyes deceive me? Alright, we gotta find a land. Good lord. Yeah, I know, I know. I'm terrible. I'll remember the little guys next time. You gotta help me remember, though. I might lose this game because I forgot about the little guys, you know? Okay, this might be like an Ugin deck. Okay, we got a land that's big. Play Enduring Innocence. Go hit. So if it's Ugin, they need 7 mana, I think? Let's see if I can draw into a land here. If I can get a land, I can get lost and then keep going. I could not get a land, so we're gonna chill. If they are an Ugin deck, though, that would be a problem. I guess there's other options to what they could be doing, too, though. I don't really know what they're doing. This can be a fact-finding mission. We gotta figure out what they're playing. What's their game? Ah, okay. A sapling nursery deck. Love it. 10 out of 10. We're making some tree folk. I still can't draw lands to save my life. That stuff actually. I need to get rid of probably sapling nursery here. Unfortunately, that means I can't go looking for lands. I just gotta kind of hope and pray I draw them. But I really can't leave sapling nursery on the field for more than one turn. I will get demolished. What is that? Oh, okay, so it's like a toughness matters sapling nursery deck, maybe? Okay, we're definitely gonna need to board wipe. So I'm gonna try to block here. Just get rid of that guy. And hope that we can survive next round. And by survive, I mean draw a land. We did not draw a land. Okay. I don't have anything that really, like, lets me draw into a land. I guess I can play Enduring Innocence, because I have this one, and hope I draw one. Yes! Okay, next turn I can board wipe. Thank God. Oh my God. Yeah, that's... I see what they're doing now. This is cool. I like it. Alright, we're definitely blocking. And then we're board wiping. Ooh, even better. We can Ultima. Be more efficient. Okay, they are also looking for white mana, apparently. And they're playing Skirmish right now. Or they're just playing that for... I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I just work here. Get this guy. How have I not drawn mana? I'm gonna get rid of this because they don't have the white mana that they need. So if I let that live, they can probably do more things. Because obviously they want to play that Skirmish Rhino, and I don't want them to. Alright, I think after this turn we're gonna be in a really good spot. I get to draw 3 cards every turn. 3 extra cards every turn, to be clear. And I'm getting life. Life is good. Probably don't need a Caretaker Stone, honestly. Ah, they got their Badger Mole. A little late, but that's okay. There's their Rhino. Okay. I'm probably going to do a Day of Judgment this turn. Just to clear out the field, and then I can rebuild. Yeah, let's go to combat first. Swing all out. And I'm thinking board wipe into Enduring Innocence again, and then I do Elspeth Plus, and they're probably... Actually, do I need another Enduring? I probably don't. I have too many. Okay, they let it through. That's nice of them. Let's go ahead and wipe the board. Oh, you know, if I had Ultimate, I could have gotten rid of their land. I should have thought of that. That's an important land for them. And then I probably want to... let's just go ahead and hold up a Ings Iceberg here. Alright, now I can start getting rid of lands. I actually want the Sunken Citadel. Very good with my Fountain Port. And Demolition Field. Okay, they got Doran. I'll go ahead and get rid of that, hopefully. I think I'm already at the point in the game where they are going to be struggling to make a comeback here. Let's go ahead and play in a Johnny. Make some more guys, and then we just go swinging. Let's get rid of a Carrot Cake. I don't really need those right now. Okay, I can't interact for now. Alright. Probably gonna go ahead and make a fish. Draw some more cards. I gotta be a little careful that I don't deck myself. But in theory, I can get to a point in this game where I can Mirrorform them. Oh, I am here! I made it! Okay, how much mana does this cost? I can do 3. So the thing that gets the most creatures is Carrot Cake. Alright, you guys better be ready for this. This is the exciting moment. moment we've all been waiting for. Okay, so I'm going to make as many tokens as possible, and I'm going to turn everything into a bedrock tortoise. Alright, here we go. Made about 20 bedrock tortoises. Let's go! Oh my god, that was so good. Yes, we did it. Huge. That was awesome. Okay. For this deck, I like having a lot of big creature removal and little creature removal. So let's just get them all in. We'll go up, split ups, we'll go up Day of Judgment, Ultima. Doesn't seem like we need Rest in Peace yet. They know about the Mirrorform, which is fine. Ajani seems decent. Beza doesn't seem that great because they're just trying to ramp. I'll kind of trim one of each of my token package and call that set. That should be good. Alright, let's see how it goes. Hopefully I didn't trim too much card draw. Okay. I get to draw, I get a turn 1 play. Yeah, this is okay. I just need to draw out of my mana problems, but that is a-okay with me. Yeah, let's go ahead and get rid of Llanowar here. Odds are I might draw into another Seam Rip, so I can get rid of Badgermole Cub, but if not, that's okay. Ooh, we did get a Get Lost, so that's nice. We have a lot of options next turn, too. Let's see what they do. You ramping, buddy? Okay. I feel like playing this equipment is a little bit brave, frankly. That's my opinion of it, because it's very... I don't know. It's a one equip cost, so it's not like bad per se. It's just not like great, you know? Like if it gave a little bit of protection too, maybe it would be a little bit better. But it's kind of just meh. No, I didn't finish the game, I promise. I'm just in game 2. It's best 2 out of 3, so I gotta wait until I finish the match. Got another one of those. Let's see if we can get a land. I promise I didn't forget again though, okay? Okay, we didn't get a land. I'm gonna go ahead and just get more card draw going then. Got plenty of removal. They have way more lands than they really need, so chilling for now. Alright, I guess we're gonna try to draw out of this land problem. Hope so. We'll see. Please. Oh, thank God. We did it. Let's go ahead and Carrot Cake. So we can scry for more mana. Huge. Let's make another guy. I'm just gonna start swinging because I got enough blockers right now. And I have to get rid of something. This is tough. Let's get rid of a Get Lost. Man, they have drawn so many lands. I feel bad. Block. I mean, they're in a rough spot. They need to draw out of this quick. Probably just gonna play Elspeth here. Yeah, that's GG. All right, now we can go get little guys. I'm gonna go ahead and mulligan that. Oh, I'm regretting it. Immediate regret. Okay. This is okay. I don't think I can afford to keep the Rest in Peace. If it's a graveyard deck, I just gotta suffer with my choices. Okay, I'm suffering with my choices. I think this is lessons. We need more land, so scry that away. There we go. Good play talent. Hit him in the face. Okay, maybe it's not Lessons. That is an expensive spell if they're playing Lessons, so I don't know what I'm playing against here. This is gonna be something I've never seen before, I'm pretty sure. Let's go ahead and make a rabbit here. Hope to draw in our land. We didn't. And then we'll go ahead and sack Carrot Cake on their turn. What you got? Anything, enemy? Because I can't draw land, so it doesn't seem to matter. Oh my god, that's crazy. Honestly, I'm gonna let it go to their turn. I'm gonna try to probably sacrifice a token to draw land. Or use a Get Lost. Okay, so is it Jeskai control? Is that what I'm dealing with here? That just had like the full blue-red start? How have I not drawn a land? Thank the Lord. Good God. I'm gonna go ahead and try to play a Johnny. I bet they have a counterspell for it. Yep. And then I'm gonna hit him in the face with two little guys. Okay, they don't want me to have fun. Good to know. Alright. At least I know what I'm dealing with now. Drew a land that is huge. Let's go ahead and do an Elspeth. I'd probably have another Get Lost for this, but I think putting the pressure on is definitely the way we're going to win this game, so. They might have a Jeskai Revelation here. Okay. Interesting choice. Very interesting. We drew a land. Let's go ahead and board wipe. And then we'll go ahead and make more tokens. And then we can leave up Get Lost in case they play something scary. Jeez, okay. Double Jeskai is kind of tough. Not gonna lie. Yeah, we're not gonna use those on that. Let's do 2 colorless mana sources, please. If I can have white mana available, that'd be lovely. One thing I wish I had put in this deck that I forgot to is that one blue land that lets you play things uncounterably. That would be pretty good into this matchup. That honestly, this is not a bad matchup for us overall. It's kind of control versus control. Not too bad. Okay, I'm actually gonna chill. I might try to upgrade the Caretaker's talent on my turn. So having the guys to put the pressure on with that would be a good idea. Actually, since I drew the Overlord, I'm probably gonna play the Overlord. Okay, they were not fans. Yeah, let's go ahead and hit him. No, actually, we're gonna hold back. We got blocks to make. Apparently they don't want us blocking either. So, luckily their pressure's really slow, and I have a lot of board wipes in the deck, so Beza can help me keep up with them too. Block. Do they have a get lost? No, they let it happen, okay. Alrighty, let's try to make another Caretaker's Talent. See if they allow that. Okay, they kind of allow it. There's a chance this goes really south, to be honest. So let's see if they have the Jeskai Revelation. That's also a problem, to be honest. It's pretty good into my deck. I'm definitely going to have to try to board wipe. Don't know if I can get that off. Urban 4 is crazy. Especially when I don't have any tokens. Okay. I mean, we have to try this, right? Or Beza, but I'd rather go for Day of Judgment. Okay. Yep, can't be countered. Alright, yeah, they got it. GG's. Okay, let's try for round 2. Alright. I don't think they're a graveyard deck. I'll take that out. Honestly, I don't have a lot of sideboard things for these guys. It's mostly just trying to, like, lock in on what I have. So I probably am going to go up 2 Dawns. Bruce's. I don't need Seam Rips at all. Authority is kind of mid. Maybe I go up, like, a Day of Judgment. And call it good like that. Might have been worthwhile to have the rest in pieces in case they brought in like Spirit Water Revival, but realistically I'm trying to overrun them in this matchup, so it's a pretty decent hand. I need another white mana like always, but hopefully we draw into it. I think this is probably our hardest matchup, just because it's better at controlling than I am, and it does pretty well into my deck itself, so it's kind of like, I don't know, everything about it is pretty good into what I'm doing, and yeah. Surprised they didn't counter that, to be honest. Wonder if they're running low on counter magic here. Let's try a Caretakers. They might be saving it for this. No, okay. Yeah, they're roughing it over there. And to be mana efficient, let's go ahead and make another guy. And next turn I can even buff up Caretaker's Talent if they don't do anything. Okay, Beza. I can get rid of Beza if I need to. Frankly, I think this is just better. Then we do that, Draw some more cards. Swing in. Hit him pretty hard. They might be able to take out a Johnny, but I have a backup. So, again, we're trying to be the aggro deck here. Okay. Thanks for the card draw, friend. I'm holding up counter magic, probably. Let's go ahead and play another Johnny here. Oh, okay. They could not handle the massive 3/3s I had coming their way. Let's keep it going. I'm surprised they surrendered. I feel like they still had a chance there. They were on the back foot, like, for sure, but not like dead by any means. I do actually like Mirrorform into this matchup, though. I will say that. One thing, maybe they were expecting the... Oh, they're going to spell snare. Cool. Maybe they were expecting more counter magic with the blue mana. So maybe this Mirrorform can really be my big advantage here. Because I can have a threat that if they play something really strong, I can take advantage of, you know? Let's just go ahead and play Caretaker's Talent. See if they have another counterspell. They've been full of them today. Not quite. They might get lost, though. We will see. We will see. They got the get lost. Makes sense. Alright, let's try an Elspeth. Do they have another thing? Really? Oh my god. They've played, what, like 4 counters? 3 counters so far? Kinda wild. I guess I'm gonna rely on my carrot cake stuff. I might be able to wait for them to tap out too and make some more like mana creatures. I'm gonna try to do all carrot cakes here though. Oops, all carrot cakes. Alright, I don't need board wipes. A Johnny's huge though. Let's do that. And I want as many things on the board as possible. So when I get to that turn... Oh, crap. That sucks. I need to draw another Restless Anchorage now. Or, actually, I could do it with Fountain Port, too. I can do it with Fountain Port. That's just rude. You could have played any other counterspell. Didn't have to be that one. Alright, there's Fountain Port. That'll work. I am going to demo their demo field first, and then I'm going to play Fountain Port. Start my value engine. Might also get rid of their red mana if they don't put a plains down. Ooh, actually, even better. Yeah, let's get rid of their red mana. If they don't have a basic land in their deck, at least left, like, I'm not gonna let you play Magic with me. Excuse me? They're looking for that red mana. Didn't think I'd be on the land destruction plan this game, but they kind of set themselves up for it. Ugh, pop my back. Alright. Go ahead and play Enduring Innocence. That's actually a good draw. Goes really well with the Fountain Port. think I'm gonna do some spot this game. Alright, a new Nagi, huh? Alright, well I can get an Elspeth down with that. And if I can get enough mana, I can make my stuff copies of that. It is legendary though, so that's not that good. But I do have this Dawn's Truce now to protect me too, so. I'm hoping they play Meringue River Regent in this deck. We'll see, but we're hoping. We're hoping. Alright. Now it's going to be a fight. I gotta get lost. If they do something at the end of my turn, I will go ahead and get lost in Doggy here. If they don't, I'll chill. They had no idea. Sorry, buddy. That's awkward. What happened? Your plan didn't work? Okay, so I want to make tokens on their turn, and then on my turn I can get rid of Unagi, and then swing, hit him really hard. I might actually be able to pull the win out here. Let's see. I don't know what they're going to do yet. I will let them hit the Elspeth here, if they swing. Because I think I can hit him pretty powerfully here on the next turn. See what they do though. I don't know if they went AFK or DC'd or what's going on here. Surprised the rope hasn't shown up. There it is. And this is why we love Dawn's Truce. It's a 2-mana spell that says, no, I don't think you're gonna mess with me today. I wonder if they just like threw their mouse or something. Broke it, now they're having to go get it back up. Bro, my mouse broke, I gotta finish this magic game. I don't know, maybe they're just roping because they're upset. Another fun thing I can do too, by the way, to protect my stuff is like just turn it all into a land, you know? Or like into a permanent that doesn't get hit by whatever they're doing. But either way, things are looking good. I'm so glad I got him with the Dawn's Truce, though. I was actually second guessing myself on that sideboard piece. But in those moments when you need it, it's perfect. Now, if they had left a blue mana up, and they had a spell snare, I would have been in trouble. That is not what happened. They roped instead. Classy. But hey, we didn't break our win streak there, so that's cool. Alright, we probably have time for this one. Unless it's like a really aggro deck, then we might go a little bit slower, but... Alright. Not a bad hand. Okay, we can hold up Get Lost for their Badgermole Cub. Not a Badgermole Cub. That is not Badgermole Cub shaped. I don't know what they're doing. I guess we'll find out. It's exciting. Oh, is it artifacts? Guess we'll see. Hey, body. Glass casket. It opens. Kind of an odd setup. Ooh, that's a good draw. Let's go ahead and play that. Draw a card. Make a Kithkin. Nice. Okay. So you can make copies of my thing. Got it. And I guess I just do this, and then probably Beza to draw a card. Since they've got 5 and I have 4. Don't really know what I'm up against here, but I guess we'll see. Don't really have a big scary thing I can Mirrorform just yet, but I can Mirrorform next turn if they play something cool. Perilous Snare, huh? For my Ajani. That's pretty messed up, not gonna lie. Okay, I guess we're just gonna swing in with Restless Anchorage in this team. I think we're the aggro deck in this setup, so the faster we can go, the better off we are. I'll probably put this on my land. See if we can get another card draw source going, that would be good. Yeah, I don't really need another Get Lost here. I'm expecting them to have a Simulacrum Synthesizer. Maybe a couple off of that. There's one, okay. Not the... Not quite scared of it yet. But okay, that's a good draw. We'll go ahead and play a Plains. We'll play a Johnny. Keep making guys, and then we'll swing in with the Restless Anchorage. And honestly, I might be able to get a little sneaky win here. We'll see. What is that? Okay. I think they're screwed here. For that. Yep, okay. Sweet. Whew. Kind of a relief to win that one in game 1. Because I am not really built for artifact decks. Okay. Definitely cease, definitely desist. We definitely want all the Ultimas. I like having authority, because if they go that fire artifact, whatever it's called, fire crystal, that can save me. Yeah. I don't think Beza is that great into this matchup. They don't seem to have a lot of creatures early on, so there's not a lot of catch-up. They have Rest in Peace in their deck, so I doubt they're using their graveyard efficiently either. I like Seam Rip for the artifact removal. Get Lost is not that great in this matchup, frankly. They're all artifacts, so I think we run it like that. Look, see if there's anything else I want to get rid of. No, I think that's good. I mean, I have a turn 5 Ultima. I can say that for sure. And we can Seam Rip something. I'll probably Seam Rip that, slow them down a bit. I got nothing better to do, so we'll say no to Iron Crag. Okay, that's an early problem. Hopefully we can get our Ultima going sooner rather than later. I guess I can do Overlord into Ultima next turn, and that should be fine. Just gonna take a guess they're gonna play more artifacts that are problems for me. So, alright, don't care about Rest in Peace, so that's fine. I'm actually going to play this because I want to have the blue mana for Mirrorform on the off chance that I can get that set up. But honestly, if they just have the synthesizer, I'm not too worried. Okay, so are they a tokens deck? I don't really know what's going on here, frankly. Play this. We'll do, honestly, I'm just going to do Authority into Caretakers, and I'm just going to copy the flyers, and then draw a couple, and then I'll swing into the Elspeth here. And then next turn, I'm just going to Mirrorform onto Overlord and win the game, I think, unless they have something crazy. Okay. As blockers, I'm guessing. That's the main point of that. I guess they're 4-color artifacts, which is kind of fun. Okay, I think I win the game here. Because I got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 6 sixes? Yeah, I think they're done. I am so sorry for your loss. You don't even know what's about to happen. I played the wrong land. What's wrong with me? Oh my god. Alright. I'm dumb. Ignore me. Honestly, I guess I just stay on defense here. Make as many tokens as I can, and the next turn I can fix the problem that I caused by not doing what I could have done there. Get rid of one of their 5/5s. And honestly, I just want to have as many creatures as possible, so I'm not going to swing in on their Elspeth. If I get this Mirrorform off, it will be the coolest Mirrorform I've done so far. See what to do. Honestly, even if they board wipe, it's still going to be a really good Mirrorform. Make a carrot cake. Ooh, second Mirrorform is actually really good, because if things go wrong, I can do it a second time. Next turn, at least. They seem to be hovering over a response. I don't know what they're planning on responding with, to be honest. Maybe just like targeted removal? Based on what they're doing with their mouse. Oh, nice. That's cool. They're so cooked. GG. I think that's a good game. That was fun. Also, really quick, I just wanted to apologize for this last game. It is quite long. I am trying a different editing style for this video where I don't clip out all the time, so you guys can see the whole games to see how well that performs. But this last game is a bit of a slog. However, I felt like I had to include it because on stream we played for 4 hours, and this was the only game I lost. So please feel free to skip it or skip through it if you don't want to sit through a bit of a slog of a game. But yeah, either way. Okay. Probably just the mirror mid-range would be my guess. Or maybe it's something spicy. Maybe it's that, if I'm lucky, it's another Mirrorform deck. That'd be cool. Okay, yeah, it's looking like the mirror mid-range. Or flyers, if it's the same as the last one, I guess. Get that down. We can... I'll probably play Overlord, so I can get the card draw going. If I want to get greedy, I could do Enduring Innocence first, but I think Overlord is better. They might Kaito this turn. We will see. Yep, there's Kaito. Oh, well, I guess not. If you're playing Creature? Okay, that's fine. Let's go ahead and Overlord here. I'll probably hold my Day of Judgment for now. Don't really seem to need it yet. I'll wait till we do. Seems like more of a classic build. This Requiting Hex seems very good for the format. I like that removal spell. It's good for black too. I don't really want to lose 2 guys, because I can use them to draw more cards next turn. Like, a lot of more cards. So I'll probably just this. And then I'm gonna copy one of my tokens if they let me do all this. They may remove my tokens in response. I could see that. That would make me sad. But it is what it is, I guess, if it happens. Okay, yeah, that's fine with me. Shauna's is A-okay with me. Might be time to Day of Judgment soon, but we will see. I need some food. I go get some grub after the stream. I tried nuts again. So, ever since I've been a kid, I've never been like a nuts guy. But I've slowly been coming around on them. Like, I'll have them in some things. I'm like, okay, that's pretty good. But today, there were some nuts in the break room at work. And I went in, I was hungry, and I was like, you know what? Like, maybe this would be like a really good healthy option for me to go with. So I decided to try them. Lo and behold, I like them. So I ordered some because they're really healthy and a good snack. Hoping they only have one removal. They might have two though. We'll see. They might also Kaito. Guess we'll see here. Oh, I guess they're chill with their guy going away, so that's good for me. And we get to keep Enduring Innocence as an enchantment, which is nice. But yeah, so I ordered like 2 big boxes of nuts. And I'm gonna snack on them a lot. It's gonna be great. Okay. We're definitely gonna Day of Judgment. Why can't I still activate this? Is this only stop triggered? Lose all abilities for as long as remains on the battlefield. Why is this able to activate them? That's weird. I'm gonna keep up a Get Lost, so let's go ahead and hit them, and then we're gonna wipe the board. Keep up Get Lost. We'll get an Overlord in a couple turns, so we're still looking okay. They're kind of in a situation where they've got a lot of cards in their hand, but they're a little bit behind on mana. Not that behind on mana, I guess, but a little bit. Okay, can't get rid of that on this turn, so that's a shame. I will probably hit it with Restless Anchorage, though. Or just Get Lost it on my turn, I guess. They liked one thing they had on top. Alright, let's go ahead and get rid of it. We don't want Kaitos here. You have a counterspell for that? There's no way you have a spell there. Oh my god. For real? Alright, brother. Guess we're carrot caking. Don't need a Beza. Overlord's a good draw. We'll probably just hold up Overlord here. Or sorry, Carrot Cake here. And they'll probably have an answer for Overlord, would be my guess. Okay. I guess that's their answer to Overlord. That is fine with me. Probably not going to block here. I'm not too worried about the damage they can deal, frankly, right now. More worried about trying to take out the Kaito on this turn. It's got 4 loyalty. I could probably do it with Carrot Cake plus the upgraded Caretaker style. Let's see what they play and what I draw. I've got 3 draws left. Unless they do a Tidebinder with this. Which they might, because that's a lot of cards to draw. 2 mana. Don't really need an Ultima. I don't mind having 1 as a backup, like, just in case things go wrong. I'll keep it. We'll keep it here. Okay. Don't really need the Caretaker's talent here. We've already got a lot of card draw. So I'm gonna go ahead and buff up all the tokens real quick. And try to swing in on our good friend Kaito here. You got something to say about it, my friend? He does. Probably one of those fighting hexes? No? Okay. Not what I was expecting. Especially to block 3/3s. Yeah, I couldn't explain that one. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and play Overlord. So they don't get the card draw, and I do. See what they do. I think I'm probably pretty set on this game. See what happens after sideboarding, but will block. Make a little trade. Mostly to clear up the board so I can swing in. What you got? Kaito Part 2, okay. You gonna stun my Overlord again? I can see that being your plan. Not a bad one, but you're kind of also dealing with a lot of tokens that are pretty buff. You know, the baseline of this deck is not as good for my 1 mana enchantment removal. They've got so many like 3 and 4 mana drops. Let's do this, and that's 12 damage going their way. I'd probably still go for Kaito then. Don't think I really need to do much else. I will go ahead and buff up Restless Anchorage, I guess. show him I have a Johnny, and pass. I can make another fish with Fountain Port, and yeah, even if they board wipe and have a blocker, I should have them dead. Yep. GG's. On to game 2. Alright, so I'm not a huge fan of Seam Rip. Rest in Peace seems kind of mid. I do want board wipes. Ultima seems particularly good, but I like all of them. Dawn's Truce is very good. Not as big of a fan of the Seam Rips in this matchup. I don't really care to remove all their 2-mana stuff. So we'll just let it be. Beza's kind of meh in this matchup. And we'll go down a... Let's go down 1 Day of Judgment. I like that. Got a lot of thought for their sideboard. I love it. Bring it on. Bring on your best. I will say I'm glad they brought in some stuff for this format that is good for black, because I feel like black has been a weak color for a little while. I'm glad to see they've got some new tech and stuff from Lorwyn. That is not enough mana. I could risk it, but I don't really have enough stuff there, so this is okay. I'll keep it, but I'm not super happy about it, to be honest, because I'm gonna probably get Deep Cavern batted, and I'm gonna cry about it, because my split up is my only thing I have to go for in my hand. But I'd rather risk this hand than the Mana Screw hand. I'd rather be flooded than Mana Screwed, especially in this deck, because I can draw through it fairly easy. Hello, are you there? I do like their tiger too. Okay, we got all the mana we need. I guess if they play Bout in turn 3, I can Dawn's Truce, but odds are they'll play it on 2. Oh, or they were gonna play Lockmare. Love that. Alright, well, we got a Dawn's Truce now to hold up for a bit. Next turn we can either split up or hold up Dawn's Truce again. Okay. They're getting their mana fixing. You know, maybe I underestimated Lockmare. Seems pretty good. You know, I'm probably just gonna wait till turn 4 to do anything at this rate. Unless they do something that targets me this turn. Nope. Alright, I guess I'm just taking the beats from this lock mirror. You know, it grows pretty quick too. Gets to be a 4/5 for 2 mana eventually. Not bad. I love the design of the set. It's so cool. It's only once per turn, is that right? No, they can do that as much as they want. So they might be holding up mana. That would be pretty rude. Let's try Overlord. Odds are they have a counterspell for this, but I'd like to get something on board, hopefully. Ooh, the Annul is strong. Hate that spell. I play too many enchantments. My own fault. Okay, I'm probably next turn gonna get lost and or split up. Because I just need to start dealing with their stuff. Because they are getting so far ahead with their block mirror here. Ah, here we go. Well, they know they're getting board wiped, one way or the other. They'll probably take the Day of Judgment, would be my guess. Because they're going to swing with Lock Mirror, and Split Up's not going to be as good, but... Probably just get rid of Lock Mirror here. Or... a what? Yeah, let's just do this for this round. Fine for now. You scoundrel. Very Frankie. Yours wise is a 3/4. We've got all the same emotes. Let us do battle. I can see someone also invested in these emotes. I'm glad that was a land. I'd like him to stay at 1/1, please. You know, in hindsight, maybe I should have played the Elspeth while he didn't have a counter up. But... I don't know. I don't think I made a bad play. I think the 4 damage was pretty brutal, so... He also doesn't know I have that, which is nice. I can't really prevent damage with that, so... We'll just let him draw their counter. They don't have another land for turn, so we can just go ahead and play our Elspeth here. Definitely blessing. We need some jump blockers. And hopefully they don't have planeswalker removal. Please. I'd like to keep her. Elspeth's kind of a G. Ah, they had it. No! That stinks. This deck just draws so many cards. Lockmare now. Enduring Curiosity. Deceit's gonna be a problem because they're gonna get rid of my Split Up. And I didn't have enough mana for a Dawn's Truce, so this has been not a great Dawn's Truce going, but it is what it is. We'll jump. Don't really have another choice. And next turn, I'm still alive, but not loving the way things are looking. I feel like I gotta hold off for a turn. Maybe go for a Dawn's Truce play before I go for the ultimate play. Okay. I might just frankly Dawn's Truce right here. No. Don't tap me down. Now I can make another token. We can jump. I have not seen the point. I've not seen that timer show up yet. I think that means I'm dead. Probably. Because they can hit me for 8. Yeah. Jeez. Not very Brinky. Alright. Let me. Actually, I should concede now, probably. So they don't see more of my deck. Okay. I mean, I think I like what I have. The only thing would be maybe going up the 1 mana removal, but I'd rather just get to the point where I don't need to use it. You know? And I have a better shot of doing that on the play. And they put a timer on the game because they're taking so long. So I guess at latest I'll be done at 10:15-ish. So I guess worst case I can just try to stall and win on a time game. I've never done that before on Arena. But I also haven't seen people take this long on sideboarding on Arena, so maybe the sideboarding time counts towards that. Frankly, I would love to get a win off of a timer. I think that'd be hilarious. Although I'd love to win the game normally too, because you know, either way, I'd like to defend this deck's win streak. Because as I mentioned, I lost both games I played before stream on the deck to test it out, but on stream we're undefeated. Let's see how we do. Not a great hand. I'm relying on drawing lands. Oh my god. Really? You're gonna hit me with that? And I still get basically the same hand? Alright, I see how it is. Basically the same hand, but worse, because I can't play anything. Hello. hit him with something different. See if I can convince him to use more emotes instead of playing the game. They're on a 11-minute timer, so. And I don't think that's for me. I think that timer also goes down when I'm playing. No, it doesn't. Yeah, they might need a land. No, they would have melted if they needed a land. But yeah, if they're taking like minute-long turns, they're gonna run into some trouble here. Probably take Iceberg, I guess, because I have 2 caretakers. Oh, let's see. They may really dislike caretakers, so. And to be fair, caretakers is gonna make my deck spin, so. Do that. Next turn we do a Fountain Port token, if I don't draw anything. And if they don't play anything scary. But yeah. So I guess usually you have like 30 minutes to play the entire game. And honestly, at the rate they've been playing, odds are they're going to time out. No. Ooh, even better. Let's play an Overlord. They may counter it, but that is a-okay with me. That's a counter spell out of the way. Rude. My god, they take so long to do everything. I see why it's taking them so long. And just to throw this out there, it is totally okay to take a long time to play the game, but the game has a time limit in for a reason at the same time. So, alright, let's pass, and we'll make a token on their turn. And draw some cards and start this game going. Okay, not sure why you're playing that right now, but I guess you want to keep the aggro going. Okay, they have 5 mana. If they do activate one of their creature lands, I will destroy it with Demo Field. Just to throw that out there. Actually, I probably should just do that in general. It's not deal with too much here. Do they got a Kaito? Ooh, even worse. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. Mikey, that's a problem. Ooh. It's actually tough. I probably just need to make a fish here. Draw some cards. Make another token here. Don't have blue mana. if I can get a blue mana, I'd like to actually make everything into lands, low-key. Because I am actually in a tight spot here with all their creature lands. If they can get rid of both my guys, I might die. But I think they're just going to animate a creature land. And then I'll jump and hope I draw into something. Really use another Overlord, honestly. Try to tap it like that. That's so they can activate Soulstone. Kind of a weird tapping sequence, honestly. And honestly, worst case scenario, I might have to make everything into, if I draw blue land, I might have to make everything into a Spyglass Siren, which would kind of suck. I need to keep this. Let myself go down to 3, which really sucks. But I think with that, I can maybe make a little bit of a comeback here. Not enough, though. I don't think this is enough, but I'm gonna give it a shot. I think I had to jump. And not tap this way. I don't know why it taps the white mana on purpose. Oh, that's game. GG's. They got me. Just gonna concede because they take forever to play, so. GG's. Alright. Well, we got like 7 or 8 wins, 1 loss, something like that. Maybe even more wins than that. I didn't keep track after halfway. But yeah, Mirrorform Control. Definitely a good deck. And thanks for getting all the way to the end of the video. We ended up winning all of the games except for one with this deck. Went very well. And yeah, I'm actually really excited to play this one on the ladder. I'll probably be playing this one when I'm trying to rank up a lot. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you have any ideas maybe to improve the deck, or if you end up playing the deck yourself, let me know how it goes. And hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.